Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to maintain a simplified financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Well, hello everyone and happy Friday. I didn't have any bonus content that went up this week. And so because of that, I feel like I haven't sat down to film in a really long time, even though it hasn't really been that long. But today's video is going to be the weekly check-in. And if you are new around here, this is a video that is really like the bread and butter, the nuts and bolts of budgeting. You can have the best plan, the best budget in the whole wide world, but if you don't track your expenses and hold your spending accountable, it's really kind of useless. So what I do here, because we are about 50% cash stuffers, any purchase that is online or done with our debit card for a category that we cash stuff for has to be pulled out of the cash envelopes, and that money is returned to the bank. Now here, what we do is I repurpose this cash and I use it for the following week's cash stuffing, but it is essentially returned because we're not having to pull the full cash stuff amount for the following week. This money goes to supplement that total number. If that is confusing to you, I promise the longer you watch, the more it will sort of make sense. And I also always recommend in these videos that you watch a variety of different content creators, because the way that somebody explains something or the way that they do something may make more sense in your mind than the way that I explain or do something. So it just is helpful if you are new to this, if you just sort of take in as much of this content as you possibly can so that you can maximize your resources whenever you're starting off with something new, especially with something with budgeting. So anyways, I am just going to go ahead and grab my budget planner here. I'm just going to warn you now. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. I'm going to try to be a little bit less chatty than I usually am, but I have a lot of spending to account for this week. So just hold on to your britches. Actually, it's not terrible. It's not as bad as what I was thinking. Anyway, I'm going to grab my bank return tracker because this is where I actually notate what I'm returning from each envelope. It makes the process that my husband and I go through as far as, reconciling our budget much, much easier, because he kind of tracks things in a different way than I track them. So we kind of work together in that way. And then also I'm going to return my expense tracking pages. This planner currently, as you see it-ish, is available in my Etsy shop as a digital download, which you can upload into a notes app, like on your tablet. And I also have it available as a printable version. So if you're looking for a budget planner, this offers a monthly budget overview where you can budget your expected money for the month, but then 5 individual paycheck breakdowns as well. And then with each of those is a weekly cash breakdown so that you can track your denominations, expense tracking pages, et cetera, et cetera. What I don't have in it is the bank return tracker yet. It is new, and I am reworking my budget planner. That's what I'll say for now. I'm reworking it because I have plans. I was originally planning to just kind of release it how I'd released it in the past, where I would sell it printable for all of you from a quarterly standpoint, but I'm actually working on something bigger than that now. So I'm streamlining it. So that means that the budget planner, like as you see it here, unless you have a printer that you can print it yourself, is not available right now, but I do have a variety of other mediums that you can access it. And my expense tracking pages and my my monthly budget overview, my monthly funding plan, these things are actually available as digital downloads as well, so that you can print them at home if you have that capability. So I do have ways for you to access it right now. It's just not available as a total budget planner at the moment, but stay tuned. Anyways, let me go ahead and actually get you guys zoomed in here, and we will get into the expense tracking. Okay, so just really quickly, I did go back. If you watched my weekly check-in last week, you'll know that I didn't return any money from this particular purchase because the total $50.90 was actually not reflective of what I actually purchased. I bought 3 different dresses and I wanted to pick one of those dresses to keep and then return the others. And so I did that. And so $17 will have to go back from my envelope from this total purchase. And I linked the dress, by the way, because it was a Target dress. I linked that underneath or in the description box of that video if you were interested in it as well. If you're a fan of like a midi maxi length sort of bodycon style tank top dress, I really like it. It's super duper comfortable. I haven't actually worn the one that I bought yet, but I will. We're not really like full blown into the summer season here. I say summer. It's spring for all of you normal people, but in Texas, we're in 80-degree days at this point. So for us, it feels like summer, which I'm not upset about. I really quite like the warm weather. So anyways, but now we're going to move over to the other side of this sheet here, and I will go ahead and just jump right into it. By the way, I'm not sure if it's still live. I know that she was having a sale, and I did link it in my stories over on Instagram. Lights Lacquer was having like a mani-pedi week or something sale for 20% off of her nail polishes. And you guys know I recommend them. I cannot recommend them enough. It's a really great quality nail polish. I did this manicure 2 days ago and it is still holding strong. I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but an at-home manicure with nail polish usually chips. But her nail polish is really good quality. I love it. And this is a re-released color. I think it's called Lilac Wine. It's beautiful. And you will see actually on this week I purchased, well, actually, I guess it was last week, but I purchased some colors from her that I'd been eyeing up, not realizing, of course, that she was going to have a mani-pedi sale this week, which kind of was like so frustrating because I was like 20% off. I would love 20% off. Anyways, just in case you missed it, I'm pretty sure the sale is still live. So if you wanted to take advantage of 20% off of Lights Lacquer, again, I'm not sponsored. She has no idea that I exist. I just really love her nail polish. And because you guys see my hands basically exclusively here, my nail polish does come up from time to time. I get asked what color I'm wearing, and I usually change my manicure every week. So anyways, now we're going to go ahead and get into it. So first up, we had an Amazon purchase. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Hold on. Ow. She says as she like breaks her nail trying to get this out. I like to cover it up just so that it doesn't look like so chaotic on the screen for you guys. Anyways, first up, we had an Amazon purchase. It was $31.05, and 15 of it was car expenses. We needed some new windshield wiper blades, and so we purchased them. And then $16.05 of it was grocery. For the life of me, I can't even begin to think what this was. I don't usually buy grocery anything from Amazon, but unless it's like salt, because sometimes I'll get like specific salts or whatever from Amazon. Anyways, 16 is grocery. Grocery money at this point has a different method of tracking and returning. So I'm not going to like necessarily pull specific dollar amounts out of the grocery envelope. Just to give you a brief overview, I buy meat whenever I find it on sale that we enjoy eating. I buy it if it's on sale, I buy it like in bulk as much as I can fit into my freezer. And then I plan the rest of my meals for the rest of the month, sort of based off of those meat purchases. And so my grocery budget from week to week really ebbs and flows. And so that's why I don't have like I don't treat the grocery envelope in the same way that I treat my other spending envelopes, because the budget for groceries really spans the month. And so if you ever see me like not returning an exact dollar amount from groceries, that's the reason why. It's because we sort of make up for the grocery budget throughout the month rather than acknowledging it from week to week. I know that's probably confusing, but it's the best way I can think of to describe it to you guys right now. So anyways, moving right along, speaking of the Lights Lacquer purchase. So I got a bunch of, what's the word I'm looking for? I got a bunch of nail polishes, and this is what I do, by the way. This is like a little shopping hack straight from me to you. Obviously, Lights Lacquer uses a variety of different content creators, like nail content creators, to promote their products. And what I like to do is, because this benefits a variety of different people, I like to go and look at the different content creators that they link, like what they feature on their Instagram page. And usually those content creators will have their own discount code that you can use to shop on Lights Lacquer. And what that does is it gives the content creator money, because anytime you use their discount code to shop on Lights Lacquer, from what I understand of it, that content creator will get a certain percentage of the purchase that you've made. So you're benefiting a content creator by doing it that way. You're also benefiting Lights Lacquer, obviously, by shopping from them. And you're also benefiting yourself because you're getting 10% off of your purchase. And so that's what I do anytime I shop at Lights Lacquer. This is just a thing that I like to do. But anytime I shop at Lights Lacquer, I go onto their Instagram page. I find a featured content creator that I've never looked at before. I go to their page, I get their discount code, and then I use that to shop at Lights Lacquer. So the content creator gets paid, I get 10% off, and Lights Lacquer gets patronized by me. So I know that sounds like kind of a lot of rigmarole to make a purchase, but as a content creator myself, I always appreciate when somebody supports me in any way by, watching my channel or buying something from my Etsy shop. And so I like to just kind of like pass that love around, especially to people who especially make beautiful nail designs that you can take inspiration from if you are an adventurous mani-pedi person. I am not. I just do solid colors because that's about the extent of my artistic abilities. But anyways, that's a little hack. You can always go there if you're wanting to try it out, and see if there's a content creator whose work you really like and that you can support by using their discount code. So that's what I do. Anyways, that was a very long roundabout way to tell you that I spent a lot of money. I spent $70.20 on nail polish. I know that sounds excessive. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you guys. I like that I said, I'm going to try to move quickly through this video. And then I'm like, here, let's do a show and tell. But I'm not going to show nail polishes that I buy in my wardrobe wish list update videos, because that just seems excessive to me. So I won't be doing that. So I got 6 nail polishes. Actually, let me not overstimulate you by showing you a bunch of different ones. So yeah, this is, I have been waiting for this color to restock for forever. I don't know if it's still available. I'm not really sure, because this is a pretty popular one. I'm not telling you that because I don't want you to run and go spend money that you don't have, because I've created some sort of frenzy. I hate when people do that. They're like, there's only 5 of these and we're going to run out in 33 seconds. That's annoying to me, but I'm just telling you because this was my own personal experience. I've been waiting for this one to restock for a really long time. So it's called Butterfly Milk, and it's a really sheer pale blue. But it's I think they call it a crelly. I don't think it's a full jelly. It's a cream jelly, sheer, pretty blue. And I just was really feeling all of the springy sort of colors. So that's why I picked this one up. And in that same vein, was Strawberry Boba. This is just like the blueberry milk, butterfly milk. But it's a really sheer pink, but it's a bubblegum pinky sheer color. And this was another one. Did I need this one? No. Do I have sheer pinks? Yeah, I've got 5 of them. But I just liked the particular undertone of this pink. And so that's why I decided to pick this one up. By the way, these are going to be all of the colors I'm showing you today, with the exception of one, are going to be colors that you're going to see on my nails in the coming weeks, because I was just so excited to get my hands on these. This is the one that I'm wearing right now. This is Lilac Wine, and I love it. It is also a sheer-ish. This one's, again, I think that she calls it a crelly. So it's a cream sheer finish. And I do, full disclosure, I did 3 coats of this color on this because I wanted a more intensive, lilac-y purple color on my nails, but 2 coats was beautiful. I just wanted it to be slightly more opaque for what I was looking for this week's manicure, but love, 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 love. And I love her Crelly formula. It's also really fantastic. This is like the color of the season. And I'm cracking up because, I mean, you guys will know if you've been watching my channel for a while, I have been obsessed with like the idea of getting a yellow shirt. I mean, I know that sounds so silly, but I've been obsessed with the idea of getting a yellow shirt. I don't wear a lot of color, but I will wear pale colors, certain pale colors. I would never wear purple on my person. For me, I can't take myself seriously in certain colors, and purple is one of them. Anyways, this is called Banana Split, and I am just absolutely smitten with this one. This to me leans more summer than spring. Like I have some paler yellows from her actually, but this has been like because I'm trying to think, I think I saw a content creator use this color, but it was out of stock for so long. And so that's also part of the reason why I bought so many, is because she restocked a lot of colors that I'd had my eye on that I like have been looking at and wanting to buy, but they've always been out of stock. So once she restocked them, I was like, I got to pick those up. So anyways, yeah, so this is Banana Split, a super beautiful pale-ish, but it's not like, I mean, it's definitely got some color to it. And I think this is a cream finish. This is not a Crelly, and it's super opaque on the nails and it looks beautiful. Actually, I think what I'm probably going to do while I'm editing is I'll show you her images of each of these colors so you can see how they look on the nails. And I will link all of the colors that I purchased below if you guys are interested. Again, it's not like oh my gosh, I just lost all of my words. It's not an affiliate link. I'm not affiliated with her brand. I just really, really love and support her. So anyways, this one was one that I'm super excited for summertime. It's called Sunday in Santorini. This was another one that was out of stock that I'd been waiting for, that restocked. And it looks so beautiful. It's so summery. I do have a blue that's similar to this one. And so I was kind of laughing at myself because I was like, I definitely like lean toward certain colors and undertones, but like I'm one of those people who, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like, you know, people holding up like two different colors of white, and they're like, you know, girls will look at this and tell you that these are two different colors and it looks the same, but I'm the girl who can tell you the different color. Like I'm the one who can look at the undertone and go, no, that one has a yellow undertone and this one has a tan undertone, and I can just see the difference in them. And so for me, like I know that's like, we're really splitting hairs when we're talking about nail polish and the importance of having different undertones of your nail polish, but it's something that actually brings me a lot of joy. Like it's something that I look forward to doing every single week. And so that's why I've spent so much money on this nail polish. But anyways, so this is Sunday in Santorini, and I'm so excited about this one. Last up was Bah Humbug. This is actually from her winter collection. And I kept putting it in my cart and taking it back out and putting it back in and taking it back out at Christmas time, because this is not my vibe at Christmas time. This is my vibe in the winter. Like I will definitely, like come January, I will put a color on like this, and I'll even wear a color like this throughout spring and even summer if I'm really feeling like I don't want color, I want something more muted. And that's why I just never bought it when she released it at Christmas time. But this is like an OG. So way back in the day, Essie, the nail polish brand that you can find just about anywhere, had a color called Chinchilli, and it was this beautiful neutral cool gray, and I loved it. And recently I did a clear out of my nail polishes that were just really old. I wasn't using them. I didn't reach for them. They weren't colors that I was interested in, et cetera, et cetera. And I had Chinchilli in there and she was gone. I mean, I had worn it so much that I only had like a little bit left anyway, and it was just gloopy and not pleasant. And so I finally got rid of it, and I was like, I don't have a color like this. This is not a dupe for Chinchilli. This has a slightly cooler purple undertone to what Chinchilli had. Chinchilli was a little bit more neutral, less cool. This one is a much cooler gray, but it's as close as I can get right now. And frankly, as much as I love Lights Lacquer, I wouldn't support another brand. Not because I have any hate toward any other brands. It's just the founder of this brand is somebody who I really genuinely like and respect. And I love the work that she put into putting out a quality product. When so many content creators spend time, or not time, I'm sorry, when so many content creators take advantage of the fact that they have an audience and they just put out a crap product. And I have seen this happen time and time again, especially in the beauty world. She really went out of her way to create a quality nail polish brand, and she is reaping the benefits of that because people really like and support her nail polish. So anyways, that was like a really long-winded explanation for one, explaining a purchase to you, but two, why I go out of my way to spend money at Lights Lacquer. And as I'm wont to do, I'm going to say to you, and I feel like that's as much nail polish as I need for a really long time, but there's one caveat to this. There is a color that I had that was an Essie color, and it's called Cute as a Button, and I think you could probably still find it now. And it's this beautiful coral color, and I love a color like that in the summertime. And Kathleen has one on Lights Lacquer. It's called Coral Cabana, and it is currently out of stock. And if she restocks that, you better believe I'm going to be snapping that color up. But otherwise, I feel like I'm good on nail polish for a while because I do have many, many colors. But I did not expect that detour. But every now and then, when you just sit down to film, you got to chat it out with your audience. So that's what we're doing. So the total purchase of this is $70.20. I am pulling the remaining $14 for my personal spending, and then the rest of it, actually $56.20, is going to come out of my YouTube envelope because it is, again, you guys probably laugh when I say this, but I know there are content creators out there who what's the word I'm looking for? Who categorize their mani-pedi expense on their YouTube channel because they have a manicure specific to their YouTube channel. This is sort of me just doing the same thing because I am much more likely to do a manicure now that I have a YouTube channel. That's kind of how I justify that purchase as a business expense as opposed to, like a personal expense. And so that's just how we do it here in my house. And so that's what we'll be doing. Next up, okay, I have a series of purchases that are coming from my personal envelope. And they're also, I don't have the money currently in my envelope to cover all of these purchases, and I will explain that to you. I've sold a bunch of stuff on Poshmark, but the balance just kind of hangs out in the envelope for a little while. Hangs out on their website for a little while until the person gets the purchase and then, receives it and approves it and all of those sorts of things. So I currently have $72 sitting in my Poshmark account waiting to be transferred. And so some of that is going to make up for some of these purchases as well. I will be returning whatever in my envelope though, because I do have to account for these purchases. But I'm also not going to be going into full bore explanations for everything either because it would ruin the surprise of my, what's the word I'm looking for? My wardrobe wish list update video. So I will just briefly gloss over them. So I had a Poshmark purchase that's going to come from my personal spending, $117.20. We have a little hiccup in here, not a hiccup, but just an interruption to my spending. Mr. Simple had to get his suit dry cleaned. And so we're pulling it from home maintenance. I know that sounds like a weird thing, but that's just what we're choosing to do. It was $13.52, and we'll be returning $14 to the bank from that. Amazon, boy, it was a car expenses week, wasn't it? So, $28.13. I cannot remember specifically what this was, but I'll be returning $28 to the bank. So that's what that was. Starbucks, we ended up taking the kiddos and getting them some Starbucks one day, and I just had to refill my Starbucks app. And so I just put $10, and so it's going to come from Family Fun. Again, we're going to just be dipping into Poshmark purchases. So this is all going to come from my spending, $24.11. This wasn't Poshmark. This was like an actual store that I purchased a top from. I will be going into, again, further explanation on that one. $64.64. I'll be returning $65 to the bank. And then we rented a movie. We rented Homeward Bound. This was like, I told you guys, like we've been trying to go through different like 90s movies that me or my husband or both of us really enjoyed as kids. And so this was like a pick from me. And so it was $5.29 and it's going to come from Family Fun and I'll be returning $5 to the bank. More Poshmark, $63.08 and I'll be returning $63 to the bank. And then we had a medical purchase from Amazon. This was $5.62 and I can't remember. Oh, I think it was, no. Nope, I got nothing. Anyways, I'll be returning $6 to the bank. Another purchase from me from Poshmark, $19.78, and I'll be returning $20 to the bank. And then my sister-in-law reached out to me. They're doing, like her kids were doing a fundraiser for their soccer team. And so we donated $30 to that. So we're going to pull that from our gifts envelope. We don't really have like a donations thing right now. And so we were just like, we'll just pull it from gifts. And then I had a couple of these like other random Etsy charges and I need to contact them and figure out what the heck is going on because two of them back to back is super unusual. So one of them was $2.91 and the other one was $4.20. I'll be returning $3 and $4 respectively. So I just have to figure out what's going on with them because again, it's unusual and I don't like when they charge me a fee because all of my Etsy shop stuff stays in my Etsy app. Like if they charge me a fee for something, I know what that is. It's broken down in my Etsy app. So for them to charge outside of that is unusual and I have to figure out what's going on. So anyways, that is that. I know I talked a lot about nail polish and showed you colors. We had a little bit of a show and tell, but that was actually quicker than I was expecting it to be as far as purchases are concerned. Also because a lot of it is wrapped up in like me buying things and not really giving you a full explanation so that I can showcase those later. So anyways, I'm going to zoom you guys back out and we will get into the unstuffing. Okay, here we go. So actually, let me scooch this off to the side. What I'm going to do really quickly is just add up all of my purchases because I know I'm going to be shy, but at least this way I'll know like how much of the money that I'm waiting to get back, I need to either like subtract from stuffing next week or just keep it all in my checking account. I also, in addition to the $72 that I have sitting in Poshmark, I have $38 that's coming back to me from a return that I made. So in conjunction with all of this, I haven't overspent. It just looks like I've overspent. So anyways, I'm going to add up my purchases first. So we have this 17 from the Target dress and then 14, 117, 24, 65, 63, and 20. Okay, so $320. So let me go. I don't usually do it this way. I usually go in order from high priority through, but I just figured, let me just do this and sort it all out on the back end. Okay, so I grabbed both hers and 50, 70, 85, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 113 from all of mine. Oh, did I do this right? Oh, I did. Okay. Okay, so what I did off camera here was to take my remaining deficit and just make a note on my monthly funding plan. And that's how I track from week to week what I either need to compensate for as far as deficits are concerned, or if we have a return that we make to any kind of place where we've spent money. I also notate that return because that has to be restuffed in the envelope in the following stuffing. So what I'm going to do now is, I think I said, hold on, my bank return tracker. And I don't know what the date is again today. I just live in a world where I don't know what the date is. So I'm just going to put hers because it is just all of them. And I returned 113. And I think that's what I said, right? 50, 70, 80. 5, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 113. Yep, that's what I returned. All right. Okay, now I can move on to these other expenses. So I'm going to just put a check mark next to all of these to indicate that I have acknowledged their existence. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go into high priority and work my way down in order of importance. So we will just start off first with car expenses because we've got, what is this? So 28 and 15. So I need to pull 43 out of car expenses. Let's see if I can do smaller bills. So 20, 30, 5, 40, 41, 42, 43. I'm going to just double check that. 20, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3. All right. That way it keeps the envelope kind of condensed too. And remaining, we've got 500 in our high yield savings account and then 50, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 85 sitting in the envelope here. So 85, I returned 43 car expenses. Okay. And then I can just make a note of, or check those off rather. All right, and then let's just move down. I am going to be returning, I just left 100 in the envelope here, so I'm returning 100 from groceries. Okay, and I'll just cross off this one grocery purchase that I have on there. Okay. Let's move down. Home maintenance. Let me just make sure there's only one. Yeah, there's only one home maintenance one. And so that's $14 coming back from home maintenance. Here we go. All right. So 15, pull back one. And remaining in home maintenance, we've got 100, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3. So 173 in home maintenance. Piece of my hair. My hair is everywhere in the house. My hair is like long. It's almost down to my hind parts. So my hair is just everywhere all the time, always. Okay, home maintenance. There we go. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I knew I had another high priority. So we've got medical, and I'm returning $6 from medical. And I've got 6. Perfect. I love exact change. All right, and now in medical, we've got 100, 20, 35, 36. So 136. put $6 in medical. All right. And that is going to do it, I think. Yeah, that's going to do it for high priority. So now I'm going to pop into low priority because I do have a couple things in here as well. Let's start off with family fun. I think I have 2 purchases. Yeah, so 15 from family fun. Okay, so remaining in family fun, we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 96, 97, and 98. Let me cross those off. Family fun, family fun. All right, and then I think everything else is actually, oh, I have one in holiday. Let me just grab that. And what did I say for gifts? 30. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. So 30, and then I have 30 left. Okay, now last up for the day, I'm gonna jump into my business binder, which I actually have off to the side here and not on screen. Let's pop into YouTube here. So let me see, 56 from YouTube. 20, 40, 50. Oh, all right. I'm $1 shy. 20, 40, 55. Okay, I'll just grab the $1 from P.O. Box. Oh! And then actually I'm gonna grab this $7 from P.O. Box also, because I have spare change in P.O. Box. So I grabbed 13 back. 10, 11, 12, 13. Until I can get this sorted out with Etsy, I'm just grabbing from where I know I have spare change in my business binder. And so that's what I did. So YouTube 55. And then on the back here, I'll just do P.O. Box. I returned 8. Oh, I didn't check my balance. I didn't check my balance. 150, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3. So 183 left in P.O. Box. Oh, that's my ice machine. Okay, so let me check those off. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do is actually add up all of the dollar amounts that I am showing that I returned and then reconcile that with the cash that I have sitting here to make sure that I got everything on track. So $8 from P.O. Box, 55, oh, 5 plus 30, not 300, plus 15, 6, 14, 100, 43, 113. Okay, so I should have $384 sitting over here. So I'm gonna give this a count and we will make sure that we are all squared away. So here we go. 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 50, 50, 70, 80, 90, 300, 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, and 84. So $384. I did it. We landed there. I'm so excited to show you guys the things that I purchased. I did get sort of like a wish list and a half item. Actually, I've gotten a couple things that were on my wish list, but I'm excited to showcase that for you guys as well. That video will be coming up as bonus content in the month of May. So, stay tuned for that. Cause like I can't tell you guys here what I get or it will ruin the surprise for you. So anyways, that is going to do it for me for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed our little like random show and tell with Lights Lacquer Nail Polish. Just as a reminder to everybody, I am still running my sample sale. I decided to run it through the end of April. So there is a section on my shop labeled sample sale where you can get certain items of mine 20% off of my usual retail prices. And again, I do still have, or I re-upped my supply of Oops products as well. So if you are in the market for any of my goodies, my Etsy shop is always linked below. But yeah, I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. We're just kind of getting like little odds and ends of things done around here. We're also trying to work around the weather because it's been really rainy, which is a good thing because it makes some of the gardening that we have to do easier, but it also means, less available outside time. So we'll see what we can squeeze into the like little bits of sunshine we're going to have over the next few days. Anyways, you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will be back here again with you on Monday with the last cash stuffing of April. So yeah, fun stuff. All right. You guys have a good rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you then. Bye, everyone.